Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take on what else the election of 2016 never ends. 2016 was really just an extension of 2016 in my view. So what's happening today? Well, there was a big hearing in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Now this was all set up by Trump lawyers and the Trump team. So it's not technically a legal procedure of any kind. It's more of like presenting all the evidence to get it on record, to get it on video, to show people, hey, we actually have something here, and to get it out into the ether. I think partly in hopes that the media covers it. Not that they will, but also the state legislature to really show them, listen, this is real. This is important. Here's the evidence. Don't send your electors to vote for Biden. And already, somewhat of a victory here. Pennsylvania court temporarily blocks state from certifying votes in response to GOP challenge. So it's not over in PA yet. So when people tell you, oh my God, they certified PA, just shut up. They didn't. They officially stopped it. So this is good news for Team Trump. Hopefully they can keep these electors either from voting or voting for Trump, or to vote for Trump. If they do that, it denies Biden 20 votes. Still not enough. He still needs 2 more states at least. But more good news today in Nevada. Huge court win lets Trump present ballot evidence could overturn Nevada result. Now, Nevada's only worth 6 electoral votes. It's not really the state we want. But hey, this could go a long way, I think. If you could overturn Nevada, if you could at least stymie Pennsylvania, I think they have a really good shot at overturning it in Pennsylvania. If you could overturn 2 states based on what looks like evidence of fraud, then I think you have a real shot of getting into SCOTUS and saying, hey, look, we've got 2 states here. We've overturned them. They've got serious cases of fraud. We suspect these other states all have it too. You have to void the election or do something. And that would give SCOTUS needs evidence, and this is evidence. I know a lot of people are screaming, it's not evidence. It's evidence. They have affidavits. They have witnesses. That's evidence. I mean, that's evidence. So, suck it up. It's evidence. And if they can jam up the certification, keep Biden from getting to 270, it goes to the delegates. Or if he gets SCOTUS the rule. Either way, you're probably going to need SCOTUS in the mix. The SCOTUS is going to be very favorable to Trump, hopefully. And so it could stop this nonsense. And look, some Democrats out there, first off, 30% of Democrats now, according to a poll, now know about Hunter Biden or heard about Hunter Biden, and now they're like, oh my God, I totally regret the vote for Biden because of the lockdown and all this stuff. I mean, he's just pouring in the corporatists as fast as he can. So 30% of you have finally woken up and said, ooh, I shouldn't have voted for him. But I don't think that actually matters because of the way they stole the vote. They stole it, if the Dominion stuff is to be believed. They got to 90%. The computer program alerted to them that they were losing at a certain rate and how many votes they would need to steal it. So it wouldn't have mattered if that 30, even if those 30%, I mean, they would have just made 1 million votes instead of a few 100,000 here and there. What needs to happen is they need to overturn the vote and root out this election fraud. If they don't do it, they will steal every election. You'll have one party rule. Now, will that mean you'll never see a Republican again? No. They'll have to have Republicans in the mix in order to look legitimate. But those Republicans will all be like Mitt Romney. They'll all be rhinos. They'll all be working on the same team. They'll all be like Lindsey Graham, fist bumping each other. Yeah, they'll talk a good game. But the moment you elect somebody with an actual spine and principles, even if you do it by accident, and once in a while you do, the next time around they'll just, we'll just get rid of him. We'll primary him, or we'll, find a reason to get rid of him. So it's important that this election be overturned, I feel. Now, if it's not, and there's a chance that it's not, you can't, the real test will be whether or not the GOP takes any seats in Georgia. It's 2 Senate seats. They need to take at least one. If they don't take one, they lose control of the Senate. Biden gets in. He has both houses of Congress by a razor-thin margin. And that means the Republicans will have to somehow get Mitt Romney on board, of course, and Democrats on board to stymie anything. And good luck with that. Good luck with that. You think they've been working across the aisle recently? Last 4 years? I doubt it. It won't matter how much corruption you present to them in a Hunter Biden case. Won't matter, that they want to, if they want to take away the Electoral College, add more states, stuff the courts. It'll be a buffet. It'll be a Democrat buffet if they win the presidency and Georgia Tip. And a lot of people out there are like, good. Well, you say that. But check in with me in 4 years if that happens. In the meantime, Trump's not out yet. And look, even if those two things happen, it's not going to just collapse overnight. But it won't be great. I'm not going to lie to you. It won't be great. But you got to keep your cool. Trump has at least another week. And there's a lot of stuff going on. You still have a suit by Lin Wood, a suit by Sidney Powell, and the Trump team has like 3 suits, and a few other people have suits as well. I didn't even know about this Nevada one. Came out of nowhere. So hopefully in the next few days we're going to get some word. In the meantime, my recommendation to you is go to Thanksgiving, don't talk politics, and have a good time. Have a nice eat. F Gavin Newsom and all those who are like him. F the Oregon governor. Have your Thanksgiving. Ignore people who are threatening to call the cops. And God forbid if you have a busybody like that in your neighborhood who does so, record the whole thing. Record the whole damn thing. And remember your rights, too. You don't have to let the cops in. They need a search warrant to come into your house, or if they see something. Now, be smart about it. If you do have a busybody neighbor, don't advertise that you're having 10 people over or 15 people over or whatever. Be smart about it. Close the curtains. If you got one of those neighbors, they're going to call the cops. Don't be aggressive about it. Just don't advertise is all I'm saying. And then, if the worst does happen, and the cops show up, know your rights. You don't have to let them in unless they have a search warrant or if they see a crime, right? So if someone knocks on the door unexpectedly and it's the cops and they see 15 people in your house, I'm not sure where you stand on that. If they can arrest you, I don't know if it's a law. I think it's a decree, but it wasn't a law in New Jersey, and yet they shut down the Belmar gym. So be aware. Don't punch a cop or slam the door and try to hold them off or anything like that. But, don't advertise it either. Be smart. Be smart. And but have a good holiday. I mean, I'm gonna have a good holiday. I'm going to Thanksgiving. I'm gonna eat, stuff myself, and I'm gonna try not to think about politics for a while. And I'm certainly not gonna discuss politics with the family. Do yourself a favor and avoid that. Just say, look, let's not talk politics. This is Thanksgiving. Let's just hang out. You can watch football or whatever you do. We like to play board games. We play this game called Terraforming Mars. It's a lot of fun. It's very complicated. It's a lot of moving parts. We've got all the expansions. We play the game so much we're actually wearing out the cards. It's really good. So have some fun and have a good holiday. We'll see you in the next video.